So this is how I play Wordle. I don't play it every day. And I can't say that I am a fantastic, super literate bloke, but I'm probably better than most people in the US. I shouldn't say that. I don't know where I am. Sometimes if you look at the stats in Wordle, sometimes I'm ahead of the national average. Sometimes I'm behind. But let's create a new category of YouTube videos. How do you play Wordle? This is how I play Wordle. I start out by bringing up two windows. I'm on a Mac, and I even have a little program in my menu bar that pins the windows side by side. Actually, I should write a script to actually launch Wordle, and I'm using notes here. And I use these word pairs. If you look over here, and this is, I think this is common knowledge. So essentially, if we start out, and this is a list here, E-T-A-O, of the most common letters in the English language usage. So if we start out, we're trying to cover all these letters in the least amount of words. So that's what this is. So if you use notes, then the next word you should use is acrid, resin, loath, tars, someone came up with this, obviously, and that's the method I use. So I'm going to start out. I'm just going to put in because I'm going to put in acrid first because it's higher up on the list here, 8% if you have an A. So I'm just going to put in AC. Acrid, and oh wow, we've got nothing, absolutely nothing at all, which is not good. Okay, I'm going to put in notes. A Wordle superstar. Oh wow, look at that. So, excuse me. So looking at this now, from a purely statistic point of view, the next letters we should try, at the end here I have these letters which is in this list here, H and L. So H is a 5%, L is a 4%. We should perhaps be trying those, but also we should be trying to get some of these maybe word pairs together, letter pairs together here. So this is where the subconscious mind, I'm sure I could go to ChatGPT, say, what's a 5-letter word containing these statistically that is being used from the Wordle database. So just remember in Wordle, I think there are 30,000 5-letter words in English language. The creator is only using 10,000 or 5,000 in his list. So it's not the super complicated ones, which helps, but you wouldn't think so. So I'm going to sit here and have a little think about this. If we have these letters, how they normally, maybe in these, I'm going to go down here and look at these letter pairs. So the most common TH, we could have something with a T and an H. It's pretty common because H is here, 5%. So we could have something like TH, those. That's not how you spell those, is it? So yours also helps to be a good speller. So we've got the O and the E correct. I'm just blowing turns here. We've got the O and the E correct, but there's no H. So T-O-T, so it could be, and I use X's just to, a lot of people like to write this down. I don't write it down, which I should, because I'm a total write it down kind of person. So we've got something T-O, something E. So the S, so it could be STO something E. STO, it could be stove. S T-O. Okay, you see, this is, I'm going to go for this. I am of the, some people like to sit there and look at this from a, like to do the least amount of turns. I'm like speed, man. I've only got a limited amount of time to do this. So I'm going to show you why I'm a rock star. Bam! Oh, sherbet. Okay, so there's no V. So now it's pretty easy. It is probably, could be Stoke. Could be, well, it's not stone. And of course, this missing letter here, you see, I'm not even using my own. It's probably stole, isn't it? There you go. Okay, so that's how you do it. Now, let's see me with the national average. I'm probably not very good, but we got it out the way. Did you beat the bot? So normally it's a 3 point. Yeah. Normally 5. Yeah. See, normally this national average is 3.3. I don't quite understand this minimizing 90. My skill. National average is 87. Luck. Yeah, I was pretty unlucky. I could have got it in 4. And why? The mistake that I made was, okay, we don't want Alibaba storage heaters. If I go to Wordle, I go back here. Why can't I just see my, okay. So if I'm looking here, the problem is I'm looking at stoves, immersion heaters, storage units and all this kind of stuff. A little project of mine, so that's why I put stove. But if I looked at my stats over here, I did acrid and notes over here. The 2 letters in this list here that weren't covered were H and L. So I did H there, but I should have done L over here. So I could have got it in 4. But you see, my method is one of statistics and blundering foolishness. I must say I did it pretty quickly. And some people like to, sit there with their cup of whatever. In fact, I have a cup of green tea here, which needs to be drunk. I don't know how long it took me to do it. I can actually see on the timestamp of the video, but I probably win some awards for speed, but not for accuracy or literacy or anything like that. So that's how I do it. And I use this little list here, starting with accurate notes, and then you just kind of, sometimes I use this, these 2, I try and put the H and the L in. Now, if you started out with ACRID and maybe you got an A, then on the next line, you could try and, maybe if you got 2 letters here, the next line you could incorporate those 2 letters into here somehow and also use some of the TES or whatever. I've done that before and got it in 3. I get it in 3 quite a lot. But you can see my method is somewhat, I would say somewhat unconventional method, but I like to get it bloody done, to say I've done Wordle. And as long as you get above the national average, you can probably pat, as my maths teacher would say, pat yourself furiously on the back, old boy, because you did it, even though in 5 5 is not so good. I should have actually got it in 4. So there you have it. This is my method. Let's start a let's start a thing of people posting how they do their Wordle. And this is how I do Wordle. I don't do it every day, but I like to try and do it every day. And I think it gets the old grey matter working a little bit. And obviously, if you've read, you could also have another video. Maybe before you do this, you could have the video of how literate you are and how many books you read and all this other shite. For me, I can't say I read a huge amount of books in my lifetime compared to some people who probably read the New York Times. But anyway, there you have it. Wordle in 5 and probably under 2 minutes. Bam!